the problems that we met when we did in class. And we already did sample for the chapters 1 and chapters 2. We did sample problem not 1 in class on the actual sheet. So you should have a copy of this. I'm missing one. Let's see real quick. 1.7. Here, sorry. So we did 1.1 and 1.2 on the video. 1.3 is one we'll do right now. Okay, and we'll write down sample problem 1.3 for chapter 1. Sorry, get it so it looks better than this. All right, to wire stereo equipment, you need 325 centimeters of speaker wire that sells for 15 cents per foot. What is the price of the wire? Okay, so we're going to write down what we have, right? We know that we have 15 cents for every 1 foot. We know that we have 325 centimeters. And we don't have an equivalent to this, right? The price is what we're looking for to get there. All right, so I need to figure out some things. Now, we have a chart where we could do this, and it relates the feet, centimeters. So you can look on the other page. I know off the top of my head that 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, and 1 foot equals 12 inches. I know that already, right? If you didn't know this one, you could always look it up online. It's in that spot. Okay, so this is what I don't have. I don't have the money that 325 centimeters tells me I should have, so that's what I have to start with. That's going to have to be the given. So 325 centimeters is my starting point. Then I'm going to go ahead and set up units to cancel. So my game plan is to go from centimeters into inches, and then from inches into feet. And then these are true all the time, they're definitions, and this is from the problem. Feet and the money. This could change, but these two never change. Okay, so let's start 2.54 centimeters, 1 inch, times 12 inches, 1 foot. So the centimeters cancel, the inches cancel. Now we're in feet. 0.15 for every 1 foot. Foot, feet cancel. And we end up with 325 on the top. So here's what we're going to do. We'll do our math in front of me so you can see it. Whoops, sorry, wrong way, right? Okay. And so what we'll do is we will take the clear 325 times 0.15, so multiply all the numerators together, equals, divided by, open parenthesis, 2.54, oops, sorry, times 12, equals, approximately $1.60, right? No, $1.30. Bad math, bad round, right? Okay. So what that means is for every 325 centimeters you have of the speaker wire, right? It's going to cost you $1.30. Okay. Any questions? All right. Next one, right? We're going to do sample problem 1.4. Okay. Sample problem 1.4, and we'll let you read through it. You should have a copy of it, but what the heck, right? A graduated cylinder contains 19.9 milliliters of water. When a small piece of galena and ore of lead is added, it sinks, and the volume increases to 24.5 milliliters. What's the volume in centimeters cubed and in liters of the galena? Okay, now, this is called a water displacement, and normally when you go ahead and look at volumes of things, you could just go ahead and measure length times width times height. But sometimes objects aren't actually be able to measure that way. They're irregular shaped. So we usually call water displacement. By that I mean start off with 19.9 milliliters in this one, and then when you went from this one to this one, you dropped the galena in there, and it went to 24.5 mil. So this is without galena, or the rock, whatever you want to call it, and this is with the galena. Okay? And if we subtract the two, the difference in the volumes between the one without and one with it, we end up with, I think it's 4.6 milliliters. So this is the volume of Galena. Okay, but it doesn't want just the volume, it wants you to convert it. We know that 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. Okay, so that means 4.6 milliliters really means 4.6 centimeters cubed, because it's the same. And then we also know that for every 1 milliliter we have 10 to the minus third liters. Or we could say that for every 1,000 milliliters, we have 1 liter. Either or should be the same. But I'm starting with this because it's the only number I have. I take the 4.6 milliliters times, and I have 1 milliliter on the bottom, and times 10 to the minus 3 liters in the top, and multiply across. Liter, 4.6 times. We're going to do this a little bit different. We'll say 1 double E negative 2. Negative 3 equals 4.6 times 10 to the negative 3 liters. That's pretty hard, right? Okay, and that would be sample problem 1.4. We didn't do sample problem 1.5. I can do it, but I'm not going to. But we did do sample problem 1.6. And why we're worried about sample problem 1.6 is because it's an area or like volume, right? We're going to do it a little bit tricky with this, right? So it says in here that 31.5 feet squared equals 1 chair. Okay? And then it says that 1 bolt equals 200 meters squared. And it asks how many chairs can be upholstered with 3 bolts of fabric. So our starting point is going to be 3 bolts. And we want to go to chairs. All right, now I have feet squared and meters squared, so I need conversions between those two, feet and meters. All right, so let me see. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, or 2.54 times 10 to the negative 2 meters. And 1 foot equals 12 inches. Now, these are areas, and they're squared, so I'm going to do the same thing in my conversion factors. I'm going to square them. And I'm going to use a different pen because, well, this is getting kind of messy with my marker. Okay, so I'll square this one first because I can do that one in my head. Okay, and the other one I'm going to do on the calculator. 2.54 double E negative 2, it should be, and I'll square it, equals 1 inch squared equals 6.45 times 10 to the negative 4th meters squared. So these are going to be my new conversion factors. I don't need these. All right. So I have a way to go from feet in the chair, chair in the feet in the inches, inches in the meters, and meters in the volts. I have all those. So I'm going to do it. Ready? Underneath this, right over here on the bottom, push it up a little more, right over here, right? We'll start with what we got 3 volts times. And we know that 1 volt on the bottom, 200 meters squared. I'm going to switch my pens. It doesn't look as good, but what are you going to do? Okay. Times 6.45 times 10 to the negative 4th meters squared for every 1 inch squared times 144 inches squared every 1 foot squared times 31.5 feet squared for every 1 chair. And then we cancel cancel, cancel, or factor out, whatever you want to call it, right? We'll go up over here. Where are you going to fit? Oh, there we are, right? Can you fit over here? Can you see it? Can I see it? I don't know. Closer. See the calculator. All right, there we go. So we'll clear it, and we'll put everything in. 3 times 200 equals, divided by, open parenthesis, 6.45 double E negative 4 times 144 times 31.5. Close parenthesis. We end up with 205. 205 chairs. Well, pretty close, right? 205. Okay? Any questions? Good. Love hearing that. Okay, so we didn't do 1.7, so we're going to skip that one for now. If you need me to do those, you look them over, they're really confusing, let me know, I can work them out for you. I don't have an issue with that. All right, so now we're going to chapter 2. Hello. Just recording.